Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were doing too much? Giving too much? Always being there only to feel overlooked, taken for granted, or unappreciated? I know what that feels like. It feels exhausting. It feels unfair. And more importantly, it feels like you're losing yourself. But here's the truth: sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is step back. Walk away. Let them miss you. When you're constantly available, when you're always the one showing up, calling, fixing, or giving, people can become blind to your value. They grow accustomed to your presence and forget what it feels like not to have you. But the moment you step away, the moment you stop chasing, they start to see you differently. They feel the emptiness your presence used to fill. This isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone. No, it's about recognizing your own worth. It's about realizing that you don't have to beg for love, respect, or attention. When you give people the space to feel your absence, you give them the chance to reflect on what you mean to them. And if they don't, well, that's your answer. Letting them miss you is not about creating distance to punish someone. It's about creating space to honor yourself. When you prioritize your peace, your growth, and your happiness, you radiate a kind of energy that commands respect. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Let me tell you something: walking away doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you've given up. It means you're strong enough to put yourself first. It means you understand that your time, your energy, and your presence are valuable, and you refuse to give them to anyone who doesn't see that. Now, this might not be easy. You might feel the urge to call, to check in, to keep giving when you know you shouldn't. But remind yourself of this: love, respect, and appreciation cannot be forced. They must be freely given. And when you step back, when you let go of the need to prove your worth, you'll find that the right people, the ones who truly value you, will rise to meet you. If you're feeling unappreciated, if you're questioning your place in someone's life, don't push harder. Don't plead, don't beg. Instead, step back. Create some space. Focus on yourself and let them miss you. Because sometimes it's in your absence that your presence is truly felt. The value of absence. The value of absence is often underestimated in a world that constantly pushes us to stay visible, available, and engaged. But sometimes the most powerful statement you can make, the strongest move you can play, is to step back and allow your absence to speak for you. Absence is not about disappearing without reason. It's about creating space, fostering appreciation, and restoring balance in relationships and life. When you are always present, accessible, or giving, people can easily take your presence for granted. This isn't because they don't care, but because humans naturally adapt to consistent availability. Familiarity, as they say, can sometimes breed complacency. But when you step back, your absence creates a void that only you can fill. It forces others to reflect on what you brought to their lives and how much they may have overlooked or undervalued it. Absence is a reminder of what is important. It teaches others and even yourself what truly matters. It offers a perspective that cannot be achieved in constant proximity. Absence allows people to reflect on your role in their lives. Whether in a friendship, relationship, or even at work, your contributions, energy, and presence become clearer when they're no longer readily available. Reflection often breeds gratitude. Continuous presence can lead to people assuming that you'll always be there no matter what. Absence interrupts this cycle, forcing them to reevaluate how much they value your time and effort. Each person brings something unique to the table. When you step back, your absence makes that uniqueness more noticeable. People begin to realize what they miss, whether it's your kindness, wisdom, or support. In relationships, absence is especially powerful. Romantic, platonic, or familial connections can all benefit from moments of distance. When you're too present, Especially in relationships where your effort isn't reciprocated, it can lead to imbalance. Stepping back gives others the chance to meet you halfway. Absence reminds others that you have your own life needs and priorities. It resets the dynamics, showing that your world doesn't revolve entirely around them. This can encourage mutual respect. A relationship that can withstand a little distance is built on a solid foundation. Absence reveals who truly values you and who only values your constant presence. Stepping back gives both you and the other person time to grow as individuals. It's a reminder that love and connection thrive not in constant closeness, but in balance and mutual effort. Absence is not only about how others perceive you, it's also about how you perceive yourself. Taking time away from certain situations or people can be incredibly clarifying. It allows you to. Absence from the noise of daily interactions helps you focus on what truly matters in your life. Constantly giving to others can be draining. Absence is a way to refill your cup so you can give from a place of abundance, not exhaustion. In absence, you reconnect with your passions, goals, and values that may have been overshadowed by the demands of others. Even in the workplace, the value of absence cannot be overstated. Constantly overextending yourself or always saying yes can lead to burnout and undervaluation. Sometimes stepping back, whether by delegating tasks, taking a break, or even leaving a role, can have profound effects. When you step away, you show that your time and skills are valuable and not to be taken for granted. Your absence often reveals the gaps left behind, helping others see the importance of your role. Inspires respect. Taking a well-earned absence, such as a vacation or time off, sends the message that self-care is non-negotiable. Absence should be purposeful, not a way to punish or manipulate. Step back to create space, not to create tension. Use the time away to invest in your personal growth, heal, and regain perspective. Notice how people respond to your absence. Do they reach out? Do they reflect on their behavior? Or do they remain indifferent? This tells you a lot about the dynamics of the relationship. While absence is powerful, it's important to use it wisely. Too much absence can lead to disconnection, while too much presence can lead to complacency. The key is balance, knowing when to show up and when to step back. While absence is powerful, it's important to use it wisely. Too much absence can lead to disconnection, while too much presence can lead to complacency. The key is balance, knowing when to show up and when to step back. Remember, absence is not about abandonment. It's about creating a pause that allows others to see the value of your presence. It's about giving yourself space to breathe, reflect, and grow.